Do I stand with Jess? Do I stand with Lauren? Do I stand with Charla? Do I stand with Envy? I stand with... Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. However this finds you, I hope it finds you well. Listen, I'm not going to be on here for a long time, but I'm on here for a what's going on at the Breakfast Club time. I rushed into the house. It is giving, still got my coat on. It's giving, where in the world is Carmen Sandy Dupe? She's right here. I need to talk about what's happening at the Breakfast Club, okay? So, shout out to my little sister because it was at about, I don't know, 4 o'clock this morning that she sent me the super viral IG Live that Jess Hilarious, one of the hosts of the Breakfast Club, had done. Take a look.
Be a team up there. Not one person comes to my defense at all. I know one thing. Angela Yee ain't that crazy. Not as crazy as try to make out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that for 13 years. I'm telling you. I don't give a... Y'all already know what's up with me. I feel played with. I'm gonna play with. Like, that's just like, come on. I've been quiet a lot. If Jess and Loren is quiet, there's some reason. How about y'all clear some of this for y'all teammate? It just ran like a high school. Yeah. It's ran like a high school. It is. Fair East Side High. Before Mr. Club, though. Like when he first got there. Y'all wanted to keep our cool. Look, check this out, y'all. Look, man. I get up every day. Every day. And they always talk, well, you ain't at work. Yeah, I started picking up more shows. Hell no. That's how I'm getting. Hell no. I have more fun outside the studio than I have in there now. Is you crazy? She started doing the news. I'm like, all right, look. That's her segment. Take me off of that. Y'all give her that. This is her segment now. This is no longer Jess with the men. This is no longer my segment. Give it to her. Shorty is like that. That's why I picked her to fill in for me for maternity leave. That's why I picked her. Y'all need to understand something. I'm never hating on Shorty. I already told her. I tell her every day. I tell her she's pretty every day. I tell her every day. I big up this woman every day. Every day. I don't have no reason to hate on that girl. I don't. No, I didn't like her when I came back because I'm like, all right, what's going on? What's going on? She knew it. We had a conversation. Because the anger was misplaced. Nah, it ain't even you that I don't like. I'm realizing this is the way these is doing up here that I don't like. Okay, got it. I went to Taylor. Yo, Taylor, make Lauren her intro. Take Jess with the mess all day. She says, things can't just change like that. Why the fuck not? Why not? Y'all changing everything else, and I'm the only one that don't know. My goofy don't know nothing. Jess with the mess is not at Breakfast Club. I'm Jess Hilarious up here. I'm Jessica Moore up here. Jess with the mess is not being done. Lauren LoRosa is doing this. This is a contract. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm on air. She overtalks. She's overtalking me. Lauren knows she does this. Whatever. I've told her about this many a times. You know, she overtalks me. I'm like, yo, shut up. All right? Or hush, be quiet. Yeah, that clip that y'all saw. Yes, shut up. Be quiet. Yeah, I've said that. And I've meant that. You know what I mean? That's the only way to get it a hush. So I'm like, all right, cool. One day, I told her, because I went in the comments, I'm like, all right, people don't like that. All right, whatever. You know, I'm not her mother. She's another grown woman. I have to respect this lady. But she's not going to keep talking over me, yo. I'm already confused on why she's still here. You know what I mean? Like on air. Not in the building. On air. Right? So I'm like, all right. I told her, be quiet the next day. Charlamagne texts me and he says, yo, don't tell her be quiet. You tell her shut up. Play into that narrative of y'all beefing, y'all not liking each other. But I'm like, you know what? All cool. She cool with it, I'm cool with it, because I'm not a be quiet type of, anyway, I am a shut up type of bitch. Ask my kids, right? It's just a bunch of beating around the bush. The problem is communication. Yeah. It been that. It's still about policy and protocol, and it's principles to this. And if a badge don't work, sayonara. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is.
Okay, so why does this matter to me specifically? Number one, yes, I watch The Breakfast Club. I sure do. I mainly watch The Breakfast Club and other media that doesn't necessarily align with everything that I think and feel for that very reason. Because I want to be informed about other views. Some people are like, The Breakfast Club, I'm over it, it's canceled. The Breakfast Club still holds relevancy and weight in popular culture and media. Hate it or love it. We're talking 8 million viewers, 8 to 10 daily. So it cannot be looked at as, I don't rock with, yes, you may not rock with The Breakfast Club. Yes, we know. But still, it is very relevant when it comes to popular media culture. That cannot be denied. Anywho, let's rewind the tape. Jess basically jockeyed for this job. I did know that she is quite close to Charlamagne, who had a hand in Jess becoming the next host of The Breakfast Club. For a straight year after Angela Yee left, and then she went on maternity leave. It was during that time that her role became vulnerable. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just being honest. Jess recommended that LoRosa fill in for her. This morning, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if Jess would be there this morning, but she was. Take a look.
Explain how we don't have your back.
All right. So the narrative, like I said, with the online ish, that's what I said. Y'all ain't nobody trying to clear up no narrative about nothing. Ever since I came back, it was weird. Yes, it was weird. Yeah, I at first, no, I did not. I wasn't too fond of Lauren. No, I wasn't too fond of her when I came back, because we had a whole plan, even how when I came back, how I pick her to fill in for me, right? I come back, she ain't never leave. Then, all right, cool that she don't leave, but she's on only during my segment. If she was meant to be a fourth host, move her in another way. Why she got to be moved in on? Because nobody had a problem with Jess with the Mess until she started reading right. You know what I mean? Till she started reporting. I wasn't hired as a reporter. I was hired as Jess with the Mess. So she started reading and delivering details and all that stuff.
Yes.
Then that's when Jess with the Mess wasn't good enough no more. That's how it was presented. So I'm like, all right, cool.
But who said that though? Because the internet said that?
What are we talking about? No. This is our listeners. This is yeah. Why can't we worry about the comments? And these are people that enjoy the show and watch the show. It's not all about Instagram. It's YouTube. It's like we have people that have been watching the show. Yes, she's great at what she do. That's why I picked her to fill in for me. But when I came back, it's like, what's going on? If she's going to be a fourth voice, why she only got to be a fourth voice on my segment?
She wasn't a fourth voice. She was a producer. She was hired as a news producer to help with getting all news and doing interviews.
She was going to be the senior news producer.
She wasn't on there. When you came back, Lauren was not on there. She was in the back doing questions, sending interview questions, reporting the news. Am I lying?
I thought you was. I thought
she was on air. She was on air.
They told her don't step in this room.
Yes, but I thought you was using her on purpose.
What? You thought I was using Lauren on purpose?
Yes.
No. What are we talking about? I'm like, what the hell would make I want to talk about
y'all talk off air though, right?
So yeah. We started talking off air. We started to
But I'm
talk
saying even
off
prior
air.
to you even coming back.
So then I felt uncomfortable that first day. So I'm like, all right, look. Thea was like, all right. Well, we'll just take her off air. She was back the next week. All right, cool. Because there was a voice. Y'all wanted her on air. There was a voice. They wanted her there. They wanted her here. There's a place for Lauren in the show. All right, cool. If there's a place for her on the show,
you wanted her
let's
here
do
too,
it
though.
another way. Yeah.
Because you said you wanted to change the segment from Jess with the Mess to the Lauren.
That was eventually. Okay. Even when it came down to it still being called Jess with the Mess, and then I'm introducing her to introduce stories. That was pointless and it was stupid. She's more of a reporter. She's journalism.
Can I ask a question?
What?
Why didn't you wear the do-rag this morning?
Because
Why you joke so much, man?
What you mean? I'm
not a
just.
joke.
it's not a do-rag, it's a silk scarf, nigga.
mean?
But it's not.
It's
It's
not-
not
it's not
a
a
joke. No, nobody has even tried to clean up the narrative that I'm a villain. Man,
You're not a villain. Who said you a villain?
Yo, stop acting like you don't live in them comments too, Charlotte. Stop acting like you don't understand.
What do I always tell you? I say, stop listening to the internet. Stop listening to the comments. Stop listening to the folks on YouTube. Don't let them trick you out your position. What you did last night is what they want you to do, and you can't let the internet win.
Just me personally. I thought it was corny because we have conversations up here. We just have a meeting. If you had an issue, a problem, a situation, or something that you felt, why you ain't bring it to the team? When you came back, Jess, I pulled you to the side. I said, Jess, if you feel uncomfortable, if you don't want Lauren in the room, this is your show. We can make that the change whenever you want. Did I not? Or did I not say that to you?
Yeah, you did. It is not about wanting her in the room, yo. It's about the segment. Like it was like y'all.
Have that
all right, if y'all
conversation
wanted
off
her.
air. If you had a problem, say it
I've
to
had
us.
in my reputation up here on the
They've
show.
been ishing on me for 15 years. They've been ishing on Charlamagne for
Rightfully so.
15
But
years.
that's on you.
Rightfully
And the
so.
things that
I
people
don't
ish
care.
on me
It
for
doesn't-
is on
I
me.
don't let it affect me because I know who I am as a person. I don't give an F what them people say in the comments.
come
I know
on.
who I am.
Come on.
I know what I do. You let them people get in the comments and F with you. You're great at what you do.
Everybody simmer down.
Like, you are dope.
She's very
and you
dope.
let them people piss you off. No, F them niggas. You nice. Like, what you do is funny.
I tell her
like,
that all the time, on air,
You brought
off
that
air.
energy that we needed to the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
And you let a bitch-ass person in the comments say something to steer you up. I tell you, F them niggas.
We don't even know.
F
Who these people are.
They could be bots and all that.
But-
and we doing it on air when we could have did it behind the scenes. Like, I F with you the long way, not on some internet-ish. And to hear that through there, that was whack, man.
And it didn't end there. After that, they brought Lauren into the studio so that she could hash it out. Take a look.
I knew the live would upset. You know, Charlamagne, you don't get upset, whatever. But I knew that it would upset Envy. I knew it would upset Lauren. That's why you closed the elevator this morning.
That was crazy. Now, why would you do that? So she rushed to the
ran
elevator.
to the
She hit the
elevator.
button. You remember when Q was on Juice and he thought
hit the
Bishop
button.
was behind him?
I hit the button one time, and I didn't know what to say to you because I was so thrown off by parts of that live yesterday. I'm like, bro, we be talking at least enough. Like, we don't got to be friends outside of here. But I feel like I've always said to you off air, whenever things have happened, we've had conversations about a lot of different things. Let's talk. Call me. What's up? What's the issue? What's going on?
The issue is the whole narrative. Like, I understand F the comments and F the people and all that. But it's not all about them. It's how I'm feeling too. What if I'm feeling the same way the people feel? You know what I'm saying? So what? Because online feel a certain way. I feel the same way they feel about it.
Call me and curse me out. Call in
I've
me and
done
curse him
that.
out. Yes, you do.
Yes, like,
Okay.
I've done that. You
But
know
I
what I
think
mean?
there's a bigger issue sometimes too, because I feel like, all right, you'll call him, you'll cuss him out. We might talk about different situations, but I think a lot of times if there's an issue for real, and then it don't be no movement in here, it's like there's an issue outside and then there's no movement in here, and then we just all in here like he ha. Like, you're doing a lot of it right now. You laughing and joking, but for real, you know that she's up here crying. Nothing about that is funny. Like, there's real issues and real problems, and we don't really get to the gist of it.
Ever.
I want the record to show I see Jess cry like. So
It doesn't matter if you see her cry
Why you
1,000
always
times.
joke,
It's
man?
talking about
you know what? I'm not even talking to y'all. I'm not talking to y'all. See, because when I try to be serious,
We got to figure this out, and it's not, everything's not a joke, and I can understand some of where you was coming from, but bro, part of that live I thought was crazy. I'm like, what, Jess? Like,
what parts did you think was crazy?
what part? Because like,
I thought-
Lauren, it's not like you didn't hear anything in that live that I haven't said to you.
I heard a lot that you didn't say to me in
Okay,
person.
so what part did I not say to you?
Okay, so the part about the talking over each other and the hush, be quiet, because you talk about how you feel in real time, right?
Yeah.
I'm feeling in real time. That be quiet. That was crazy. The shut up. I was like, oh, okay, because what we really giving up here? Like, what's up?
Okay,
right?
but
I didn't.
none of that was said.
I
You didn't say anything about that.
And then when I pulled you into the office with our EP with Eddie, the first thing I said to you was, Jess, we fighting for airtime and it shouldn't be like that. I want to know what can I do better as a producer? What can we do better as the two women sitting right here next to each other to make sure that don't happen, because it doesn't look good. It's not going to play well for either one of us.
I literally swear to God, I don't even remember you saying that.
And that's exactly why I had Eddie in the room, or EP, to have the
I
conversation.
never ever heard that.
Because
you've pulled me to the side a few times to ask me, are you okay? How do you feel like about the stories and things like that? You've never said what you just said to me. Now listen. I have said, hush, shut up. Yo, you overtalk. And like I said, I'm not about to be up here fighting for no mic. Like, I'm not doing that. If I already got the job, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not. It's four voices. Three of us are very opinionated. You know what I mean? Me, you, and Charlamagne. I'm not saying Envy don't got no opinion, but he don't jump in every single time there's dead air. You know what I'm saying? When you overtalk. And it's like the only time you can quiet down is somebody be like, shut up or hush.
My mom don't even tell me shut up, Jess. I'm a grown-ass woman.
And I understand. You could have said that on air right then and there. Or right after when you saying you put me in the office. You never put me nowhere to tell me that.
Because the way that I do things when it comes to my job and my career, that's not what we on. And I told you from the jump, I was never going to give that to you. Ever.
Okay.
And I did I not? Our first conversation, I said, if I ever have an issue with you, I'm going to handle it in a way where we can get through a conversation, because we grown, and regardless, you don't got to love me.
I'm not sitting here like you don't deserve to be here. I'm not sitting here like you're not here. You're not going anywhere. That's first and foremost, let's get that. It may be my delivery or whatever. But yeah, you are here. I ain't never say you shouldn't be here. I said from the whole jump, yeah, Shorty do the job, great, she's amazing. That's why I want it to be her segment. I
think y'all can work very well together. And once again, you got to stop letting the internet pit y'all against each other. I know the internet has created a narrative, Lauren versus Jess versus Lauren.
Then that's what it is.
And that's what I'm trying to say is the internet is there. I don't dislike you, you don't dislike me. The day you came back. The day you came back, that's what my intentions were. And we talked about it.
I feel like we're having a behind-the-scenes meeting on air, which is kind of cool, but let's go to commercial or something, and then come back.
I just want to say, Jess, what you feeling, we feel it together. When I saw Jess crying, I came in here because I care about, you have to be okay for all of this to be okay. And I'm a producer at the end of the day. You my talent, we gonna be straight. Everything's gonna be fine.
So here's the thing, couple of points. I've watched these clips like 3, 4, 5 times because there's so much happening in them. You have here Charlemagne trying to deflect, make jokes, him adding in that you can't listen to what people are saying in the comments. That's not what this is about. Jess has been online doing what she does for years, so she could care less about comments. That's not what this is. This is about this woman doesn't feel secure. This headstrong, talented individual does not feel secure. And she stated that in saying, nobody had my back in here. They not listening though. This is the year of not listening. You can tell they're not listening to her because Envy Heathen took it personal. Hit dogs holla, as they say. He felt like she took a jab at him. And then he was like, how could you say that? How could you say I'd never stick up for you? You gotta listen. Listen. It's a lost art form, folks. You can come at me in comments all you like. If I'm in the space, I feel good. I frankly don't give a damn about what is going on within the comments because I feel supported in the space. But if I have to deal with those comments and I don't feel supported within the space, hell yeah, I'm doing bookings. The conversation between Lauren and Jess, that was very, very interesting to me. Because even though Lauren was attempting to resolve with Jess, there were little things that she put in there that did show a little bit of a hierarchy of power. She mentioned that she had pulled in the producer for that conversation. Lauren has been here before. She mentioned that you're my talent. I too don't understand how Lauren was surprised because even during that return episode, it was a little bit of a weird, okay. I do remember that there was this attempt for them to look like a cohesive unit. At least it looked like to us. And you saw over time though, Lauren would overchat Jess. I can see how for Jess that would be frustrating. That would be frustrating because All she is asking for is clarity. What does this mean? And that was not explained to us, but you would at least think that it would be explained internally. Clearly not. Clearly not. And we got a sense that, yes, they have spoken offline, but things weren't resolved. Just because me and you got with each other and we spoke about it, it does not mean everything after that conversation is finished. I can separate that from how I view Lauren in this particular position. It cannot be denied that Lauren is good at what she does. Lauren has been in media for years. I do believe that Lauren is amazing. Like little sis, when it comes to reporting, her style, I do appreciate her. As one elder journalist to somebody who has come up, there's no doubt about it, she got it. But she is still refining. When it comes to being able to navigate spaces such as this, she ain't got it yet. If I had to choose head to head, I would say Lauren took that role and changed it into something that is aligned with who Lauren is as a brand, who Lauren is as a journalist. Whereas Jess was trying to figure that out and still trying to figure that out. And she would have had the time to do that if Lauren had not been put in as a replacement, as if they are equal, because they are not. And you're seeing them say that. Hindsight, right? You're seeing that Jess is saying, what she does is journalism. What I do is commentary. That should have been outlined, underlined at the very beginning, at the start. That didn't happen. She was put in as if she was replacing Jess, giving people the opportunity to say, oh, well, Lauren does it better. No, they're doing two different things. They're not doing the same thing. They can coexist, but y'all need to be clear with your staff about who is doing what, when, why. Also, the undercurrent of how it is to show up at a workplace. Even though this is the Breakfast Club and you would not think that there are formal structures in place for how people show up, you can still see that that's presenting itself. Why? Because the way that Lauren is seen as being more professional, more relatable, more palatable, whereas the way that Jess is presenting, the way she presents herself, no. And you can see Jess is getting frustrated because she don't even have the words to articulate what exactly it is that's happening to her. It is that, no, sis, the way that you present isn't what it is that we want in this particular moment for this particular role. The problem is you hire Jess for Jess. Then you gotta let sis be sis. You gotta let her be who she is. You can't then have another woman in place who is not like her and then try to compare her to her. Jess has her own brand, which is funny, which is wry, in your face, straight up and down, straight no chaser. That is her brand. Lauren, informative, girl next door, approachable. That is Lauren's brand. The two can actually coexist, but you need to be very clear about how they play out in this program. Why that is not happening, the world will never know. Even I was questioning whether or not Jess was the right person for this role at that time. However, they made their choice. I want to speak to the dynamic of workplace business. I liked seeing this play out here before our eyes. This needs to happen more. We saw so many things taking place in these conversations. The executives made their choice and they selected Jess for this role. Jess does have a contract. If you're going to shift things around Jess, then you need to be very clear in messaging that so that no one feels like they're being erased, X'd out, etc. Jess's reaction is separate from the commentary that is happening. Jess brought up the point of her being demonized, villainized. Ooh, we ain't got time. We ain't got time. And again, I'm no stand for Jess because she said some things that are problematic that I don't necessarily agree with. But it's pretty easy for her to have a target on her back for several reasons that I will not even name here because I ain't got time. I still got my coat on. All of the commentary that I'm seeing around this, oh, Jess angry. Jess got a problem. I wonder where this narrative comes from. Why is that being assigned to Jess? I'll wait. Anyway, y'all, this is a case study to me. You have this office dynamic playing out in front of us in real time. And it's juicy too. It's good tea. I tell you one thing, they're gonna fix it. They're gonna fix it. Let me go take off my coat and get settled in. I had to hurry on and jump on and state my opinion about this. As a former journalist myself and seeing our sisters being in this space, I relate. Do I stand with Jess? Do I stand with Lauren? Do I stand with Charla? Do I stand with Envy? I stand with Black folk in media doing the damn thing and doing numbers. That's who I stand with, okay? Y'all, I told you I would not be on here for a long time. But I was on here for a little bit of a messy time and I enjoyed myself. Be sure to share this with some of your guys and your girlies. Let's fight this algorithm. Until next time, y'all, you are capable of big things.